The version of you from 5 years ago would not recognize this. Not the way you think, not in the obvious ways. The version of you from 5 years ago would not recognize the problems you solve without thinking, the pain you carry without flinching, the version of yourself you became so quietly that you never even heard the change happen. That is what growth actually looks like. It does not announce itself. Most people spend years waiting to feel different. They take the courses, they read the books, they change the habits, and then they sit quietly and wonder why it does not feel like anything. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman called this the focusing illusion. You overestimate how much any single change will feel different from the inside. You expect transformation to arrive like a thunderclap. It almost never does. Here is what actually happens. Your brain is not designed to register gradual change in yourself. Neuroscientist David Eagleman has shown that the mind updates your self-concept slowly, inconsistently, and often far behind the reality of who you have already become. You keep a version of yourself in your head that is months, sometimes years, out of date. The gap between who you are and who you think you are is wider than you know. This is why comparison crushes you. You compare your internal experience full of doubt and uncertainty to the external surface of other people, smooth and edited. But here's the twist. The people you envy are doing the same thing. Everyone is walking around carrying an outdated portrait of themselves. Psychologist Carol Dweck spent decades studying why some people grow and others stay frozen. Her research kept returning to the same discovery. It was not talent. It was not circumstance. It was the belief that who you are right now is not who you have to be. That belief, held quietly and consistently, reshapes behavior one almost invisible choice at a time. So, what did the version of you from 5 years ago want? Probably things you have already gotten without celebrating, things that arrive so gradually they blended into normal. The fear you stopped letting run your day, the thing you finally said out loud, the version of yourself you built while you were busy thinking you were not making progress. Growth does not feel like growth from inside it. It feels like waking up one ordinary morning and suddenly noticing that a thing which used to break you no longer does. It feels like a conversation that goes differently than it would have before. It feels like quiet, like steadiness, like the absence of something that used to be loud. The version of you from 5 years ago would not recognize this, but they would be proud of it.